All right, I'm here with Adam Walker, Adam Brett Walker, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Why do you big on the Brett? Is there a lot of Adam Walkers out in the world?
I mean, not really, but it's for my mom,
I
pretty
got
much. He's like, you should go by Adam Brett Walker. I think it makes you distinguished. Like, so
it does make you so
anything to make mom happy.
it does make you sound smarter.
Yeah.
That's all baseball players need. All right. Um, I think a lot of our fans know who you are because you're on social media so much and rocking the Warstic all the time. But I was trying to think back to where we met, and if I'm correct, I met you in spring training about 5 years ago. Minnesota Twins spring training. My buddy Chad Allen was a hitting coach for the AAA team.
Mm-hmm.
Walked me into the cage. He goes, "You got to meet these three guys." It was you, Max, Kepler, and I think Sano. Maybe Sano.
Yeah, I think it was no. Yeah.
Just all guys way bigger than me. And he was like, "All these guys can hit." And I was like, "I believe you, man." That's where we met.
Yeah.
Time ago.
Yeah.
And then along the way, you started swinging Warstic, and you've been, man, really consistent. So first of all, I want to thank you. I appreciate that. It's really cool to have just cool guys swinging the bat.
Yeah. No.
That's where you guys. Yeah. And then I was looking at I was doing a little research this morning because this like Milwaukee Milkmen thing has been really cool the last couple of years. I didn't realize you're from Milwaukee. Is that correct?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Born and raised.
That's cool. Is that how you is that why you chose to go back there and play the last couple of years? That's kind of home too.
Yeah, definitely. So I was actually with the team in Kansas City before, and kind of talked to the coach, and was like, it's like, hey, they got this team back in Milwaukee, and he's like, no, I totally get that. So they worked out a trade, and they let me go back home. So it was really cool. Just being back.
Another independent team in that same league. I got
yeah. That's cool. So it was another team, and they actually worked out a trade to let me get over there and be able to play at home, play in front of the family and friends. So super grateful for that, and that was an awesome experience.
That's cool. Yeah, it looked like a really fun place to play. Yeah. They did a good job marketing and making it fun. Those uniforms are sick too, all that black and white.
Yeah, love the uniforms. Nice little pinstripe. Nice clean look.
Nice clean look. Let's go way back. Like, so you as like a kid, like, pre-high school, all this, did you play only baseball? Did you play other sports? You're such a athlete. I'm guessing you played other sports, but you tell me.
Yeah. I mean, I think I tried them all. Growing up, both my parents were coaches and athletes, so definitely an athletic family. I played a little soccer, but football, basketball, baseball were my main three. Played those all the way up through high school, and then once I got to college, just baseball. And now I'm here.
Nice. What made you decide? Were you just best at baseball? Did you just take to baseball the best? Was your mentality the best? Was it the massive home runs you hit? Like, you're such an. What are you, like 6'5", 220? I mean, you're a big guy.
Like 6'5", 230, 235. I think 235 right now. So yeah.
Why did baseball become the thing that you stuck with going to college?
I think honestly, I love baseball practice. I think I liked
Wait, what? Love baseball practice?
Yeah, I mean, just being at the field, like I could go out there, I could hit all day. I could be at the field all day. So that was the thing. I love playing football and basketball. I could have gone and played a little football in college, I think, but I like going out there for the games.
Yeah.
Football practice, basketball practice. I got through them because I wanted to play, but I love being at the field. I love being in the cage. So that's kind of where my love came from, and I think because of that, it ended up being my best sport.
Yeah,
and
you just worked harder at it, had a passion for it, and worked harder at it. And so you became a D1 baseball athlete, right? Jacksonville State in Florida. That's
Jacksonville University.
Jacksonville University. Oh, that's all right. You know what? I played in Mississippi at Mississippi State, and we used to play Jackson State. I'm getting my Jackson. I got you. So that's cool. Like northeast Florida, right? Way up there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, like the most northeast part of Florida. So yeah, went on
That's a
down
big
from
culture change
Wisconsin.
from Milwaukee.
Yes,
Were you
definitely.
hot? Did you just sweat all the time?
Yeah, it's nice and humid down there. It took a little bit to get acclimated for sure. I think it really hit me that first month, and then you start doing all the college workouts, and you
Yeah.
go out there. We have conditioning at 3:30 right
Yeah.
after it rains every day at 2:30. It's nice and humid.
Oh, man.
So yeah, that took some adjusting, but
Yeah.
I like it now. I
Yeah.
got the taste of the warm weather, and yeah, that's for me.
Yeah. It looks like you had a pretty nice college career. You hit a lot of home runs, man. Is that, and then you were a 3rd-round draft pick of the Twins. That's
Mhm.
solid stuff right there, man. Like, that's what a lot of kids that follow us. I mean, that's the goal right there. Get to college. Get to college and have a career like that is enough. Then you go in the 3rd round. Like, what about college clicked for you? Like, you just got better and better, but like you seem like you made an adjustment pretty fast, especially I assume coming from where you came from. You can't play baseball year round up in Milwaukee, right? There's too much snow. So
Yeah, definitely too much snow.
you accelerated and blossomed pretty fast during that time. Tell me about the college experience a little bit.
Yeah, definitely super grateful to my college coaches. They put a lot of work in with me, and I think they knew that being from Wisconsin, playing 3 sports, I never quite fully committed myself to baseball and just getting that extra work in. But I mean, I got there, started working out heavy. You get your first fall full of working out and going to the cafeteria and eating. I put on some weight. I got a lot stronger.
Yeah.
And then I think just literally just going out there, getting stronger and practicing and working, going to the cage, get done with practice, I go to the cage, I hit, we get done, go to practice and hit some more.
Yeah.
And then who knows, we might even hit some more afterwards, but just being in the cage and working, it just started clicking. But I think really just kind of working out and having that off season and getting stronger. That's kind of where the homers started coming and clicking. And then, yeah, my coaches, they had a lot of faith in me, and they were always there for me, always helping me out, and started clicking, and went from undrafted out of high school to third round pick. So,
it sounds like you had coaches that actually, I want to say, were teachers, but you learned a lot during college. You didn't just like come into college hot and continue. Like, you learned a lot, and you had coaches that actually worked with you.
Yeah, definitely. I think just because I was pretty raw talent, I think when it came to baseball. So just, I mean, just learning the game more, and way pitchers are pitching, start talking about approaches and stuff. I was kind of, I guess, blessed to kind of go through probably high school and stuff, and you just kind of step in the box and you go hit. But you get to that next level, and you realize that, hey, these guys are better, so you got to start kind of getting that mental game, and along with all the physical stuff, working out, getting stronger and stuff. But they're definitely there for me.
If you could go back in time into high school, would you choose to focus on baseball only so that you could be more polished? Because I think in a way, like, I think about that a lot. Like, it's a hard choice, man. Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of scouts say they like the multi-sport athletes because they're better. They develop their full athletic ability. They're maybe better leaders. They're more competitive, all this kind of stuff. But I don't know. And I love that. Like, I'd hate to choose only baseball, but like, there's the case for specialization too. Like, would you go back and change that if you could, or would you stick with what you did?
I'd probably stick. No, I'd stick with what I did. I think just because, I mean, one, I think that I was a quarterback in football, and I think that kind of helped build some leadership skills, and I think that was really good for me in basketball. Just the athletic skill there. I guess maybe if I did change something, I might not play basketball.
Yeah.
probably just football, baseball, and kind of have that winter to build up, actually start working out a little bit more, getting into that baseball season. But I, I probably wouldn't change a thing. I think, it all worked out, and I, I love playing them all, but
Yeah. Plus, you probably had an amazing experience. You have a lot of memories from those days too. I mean, you only go to high school once, and
yeah, for sure. So,
playing any
school,
sport.
I made a lot of friends playing all three. So that definitely helps. And I still, still try to keep in touch with all those guys from each sport. And yeah.
Gotcha. So I remember the first thing actually, Chad Allen told me about you. This kid hits bomb, just homers. He wasn't lying. Like, you really love to hit, but you really love to hit homers.
Yes.
And, everybody's got their opinions on this. Has evolved since you got into pro ball, this whole focus on launch angle and hitting homers, all that kind of stuff. And I would argue that you're a guy that should do that. I mean, with your size, your strength, your stature, I mean, at least for you, it's like, it makes sense to do that, but it's also a lot of pressure. Like, hitting homers becomes a thing that's like, you get, pitchers know what you're about. Pitchers know you're trying to swing hard, all that kind of stuff. So you've hit a lot of home. I think you've been in the minor leagues for 7-8 years now. It's been a long career at this point.
Wow.
And a lot of homers. I don't even know if you know how many, but I kind of checked. It's a lot, man. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Like, how do you balance? Man, this is a multi-loaded question, but like, personally, how do you go up there knowing that people want and expect you to hit homers because you're 6'5", 220, but knowing that everybody knows that's what you're trying to do? Like, how do you deal with the pressure of doing that, and not just, getting hits? Or are you more of I've never got to see you play in person, which sucks. I'm always down here. You're always somewhere.
Yeah.
But I see the homers and stuff. But how do you deal with the pressure of being a power guy, and dealing with, I assume that comes along with its fair share of strikeouts. That those things go hand in hand. But how do you deal with that?
Yeah, that it would go hand in hand. I've struck out some. Yeah. That's what I tell myself,
I bet you do it with style though, and grace.
Yeah, I try it, I try to do everything with style.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, the biggest thing for me is like run production. Like, I just love winning. So, I mean, the homers come, and I know that, with my size, and if I hit the ball hard, I get in the air, there's a good chance to go out of the ballpark.
Yeah.
But so I think I went through a lot over the years, because I thought that was all people wanted. It was just like, hey, just go up there, hit a home run. If you strike out, it is what it is. It's fine.
Yeah.
And I kind of progressed through the system a little bit, kind of with the Twins each year. I was always, top in the league and home runs, probably top 3.
Yeah.
And probably top 3 in strikeouts. But I think that, I made the AAA and never quite got there to that next level. And I think that that was kind of an eye opener. I was like, all right, I guess I got to try to do something a little different. It got me to this point. So the past couple years, I've really just been trying to become, I guess, more of a complete hitter. And I've found that the power numbers are actually still there. It's when you get the hanging breaking ball that ends up sitting middle, you get that one, boom, there goes your homer.
Yep.
But it's like, your other 3 at bats, what if you could take that heater down and away.
Yep.
And get a hit.
Yeah.
Get a hit, maybe get an RBI. Just try to find ways to be more productive as a hitter. So that's kind of where I've really been searching, trying to just become a better overall hitter. And I would say it's been paying off. I think I just had to do some soul searching on how I could be the best player I could be.
Well, the key that you said that I really like, and especially for our younger audience, who's, you know, the bulk of our audience, guys looking up to you, and is that you said you like to win, you know, and break down the hitter from that perspective. Not every situation calls for a home run.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a strikeout can hurt your team a lot more than, like you said, maybe in this at bat right here, I got a guy on third base and I just need to take what they're giving me and get a hit and win. Maybe 1-1 that day. I bet you go home feeling pretty good. I mean, a walk-off is a walk-off, man. That kill shot, you know, like that.
Yeah.
I was watching, I was at the Rangers game last night, and Jose Iglesias hit just a rocket over shortstop.
Mm-hmm.
Single, winning run. It's pretty cool, you know?
Yeah.
Again, if you love winning as much as you love home runs,
yes,
there's a lot of value there. And I don't really see coaches complaining too much that just because you're 6'5" and 220, you did that. That's a bad.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I love that it seems like you've matured into that kind of hitter. Like maybe that took some maturity over the years to learn that there's a lot of value in all the different ways to win.
Yeah, for sure. It's like, I mean, literally just had a game. I got 3 hits.
Timing. I wasn't asked. I wasn't able.
No, so, you know, got 3 hits, and
nice.
Before the game, everyone's like, "Hey, let's go hit a home run." I haven't hit a home run yet, so people are like, "Hey, home run today, home run today."
Your teammates.
At the end of the game, I have 3 hits and score a couple runs, driving an RBI, and everyone's like, "Hey, great game, great game!" Like, no one remembers that I didn't hit a home run. They're like, "Hey, you helped the team win. You got us some hits." So it's funny because before the game, there's people are like, "Hey, home run, home run, home run." But then if you're productive and you help the team win afterwards, like, no one cares. They're like, "Hey, great job."
Nice. That's really good to hear. So that's a great segue into where you are now. So you're playing, for our fans who don't know, I bet they do, but you're playing in Japan, in Tokyo, for the Giants, which is so sick. One of the most famous baseball teams in the world.
Yeah.
Who knows how long. That's so cool, man. Like, tell us how, I mean, I assume that the last guy, I looked at your stats from the Milkmen, and they were kind of like, you're too good to be there. Let's be honest. And it looks like that kind of led into, well, I would say you've maintained your passion for baseball. Probably without your passion for baseball, you wouldn't have made it to this point and still be playing. I assume I mean, I don't even have to ask you. You just seem to love to play baseball. You love to hit, love to play baseball. And I assume your attitude is you're going to do it as long as you can, wherever you can. That's the mindset, Is that
pretty much?
Is that right?
Till they take the jersey off my back, I pretty much plan on playing. I love being out there. Just love trying to become a better player, and so hopefully at the end of my career, when no one wants me, I could say, "Hey, I did everything that I could to be the best I could be." And try to live up to the potential.
Was making the choice to go ahead and go to Japan. I mean, tell me about the whys. Like, why are you doing that? Like, is it just, man, it could be a badass experience, or is it a learning experience? It's a possibility to get maybe find some new secrets to the way you hit and progress and keep going, or what's I don't say the goal. I'm not a big goal guy now. You seem to be a kind of a journey guy, but like, what's the mindset about why you chose to go to Japan? Other than coolish. I almost caught that. Man, it's cool. I know it's cool. That was easy.
Yeah.
And Tokyo is probably my number one place to go that I've never been. But like, why did you decide to do it?
I mean, I've been playing indie ball for the past 3 years, and just kind of just looking to try to get to the next level. I keep trying to improve as a baseball player, so try to challenge myself. And I mean, I would say this league is probably second to the MLB. So for me, it was just I saw an opportunity to go get somewhere, challenge myself, and just kind of test where where I'm at. I've been putting a lot of work in the past couple of years, so I wanted to go here and see, hey, how do I compare, see if all this stuff has made me better. And I mean, also, yes, as you said, it's very cool. Being in Tokyo, it's awesome. So it's a great place to be. Great organization. I mean, it's the Giants. So that's a place you want to be if you're over here.
Yeah, I was going to say if you're going over there, that would be like, okay, I just made it to the Yankees or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So I know that the culture outside of baseball is obviously different, but and we won't have that conversation because that could go on and on and on. Other than like maybe like has your diet really changed, or did you already like that kind of food? Like has the diet part been a big adjustment, or like really great, or like I can get whatever I want here?
I mean, I would say the diet has been a change for me, but I knew that I would like it. I mean, I just wasn't eating a lot of Japanese, Asian food, I guess, previously, but I knew that I liked it. And guys are like, man, just give it a week, give it a show, like you'll get sick of it, like noodles and rice. And I'm still just like every day going in for lunch. I'm like, I'll take some udon, rice, like ginger pork, soba, ramen, like give it all to me. So luckily the diet's been
you're really roughing it. It's like being in rookie ball again. You're really roughing it. That's so cool. Like, what about language? Like, does a lot of people in the organization, the team, speak English? Are you learning Japanese? Do your teammates all, do none of them speak Japanese? Do you have translators? Like, how's the language stuff going?
Yeah, I mean, it's I have a translator at the field, so that helps a lot. So they give me all the updates. We have our hitting meetings and everything, and they break it down and translate that for me. But yeah, I mean, I've just try to learn. For me, I want to try to. I've made so many friends through baseball that I want to try to continue that. So for me, I'm just trying to maybe learn a saying or just try to learn something every day. Whether it just be a greeting or something, just kind of the way they do things. And it seems like I've been able to make a pretty good connection with my teammates just by trying to do that. They've opened up to me a little bit and started talking more, and just so it's been a lot of fun. It's a really cool team.
Yeah,
I would say not a lot speak English. I mean, I guess a little bit. Simple greetings and stuff. They probably speak about as much English as I do Japanese now.
Yeah,
but it's enough to when you see them, you say what's up, ask how they're doing, and it's little things like that that just kind of like make you smile a little bit. Just hey,
you got a great smile. Assume that part just goes a long way. The friendliness. Is there any other American players on your team right now?
Yeah. So like tonight I was playing left. I guess he's Dominican, but Gregory Polanco, who's with the Pirates for a while. He's been our right fielder. He lives in Miami, so he's American to me. We had a pitcher, Matt Shoemaker, and then another pitcher, Matt Andrees. And then Silas Wheeler. He's another outfielder. He's been here for a little while, so he's been big. He's kind of looked out for us. Just kind of give us any tips or just kind of the way things work since he's been in Japan for a while. So he's been a huge help for me personally.
Nice. So how much different does baseball feel over there? Like just the whole experience of baseball. Does it just feel like does it feel just like any old, I mean, I don't mean any old, but like, does it feel like baseball, or does it just feel strange and different, like in a cool way? Like the fans seem very different, like in terms of their enthusiasm and being into it.
Yeah.
They interact during the game and stuff like that. But like, how different versus similar does it feel?
Uh, yeah, I mean, I think when you're out there playing, baseball is baseball. So I mean, from that aspect, is it's still the same game. You go out there and play. But it is a different environment, I think. I mean, as far as just practices and kind of like the way things work, pregame, the fan environment, post game, it is a little, that stuff is different. We got lefty righty batting practice going on at the same time. We got
Oh,
two
wow.
guys hitting, so two guys hitting at the same time.
Like with a split cage screen system kind of thing where you've got hitters right next to each other.
We got two turtles, right next to each other. They come out, they draw their own batter's boxes in there.
Yeah.
We got two turtles next to each other, two guys throwing BP, lefty righty, so like just stuff like that. That's different. And in game, the fan interaction, I guess, is different. We got a section we got drummers, who are in charge of all the chants and stuff. They're doing the beats, and people are clapping along to them, and we got chants for our guys in scoring position. So that stuff's cool. So that's definitely different. And then post game, like they're doing interviews, interviews on the field. We got I wish I was at home or on the road right now, but we had a nice little stuffed mascot that they give you if you're a player of the game. So they bring out the giant screen, and you stand there and you do an interview in front of all the fans. Like, you got your little mascot. So just stuff like that it's definitely different. But it's cool. It's been a really good experience so far.
I mean, not to knock the major leagues, but I feel like the environment and the energy of the game from a fan standpoint, what they're giving the players is more energetic throughout the game, the whole game, than what you would see in like a pro game over here.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. It feels like the fans are really involved, just into the game. They're definitely diehard fans, and I feel like you could tell just from the energy in the stadium that they care. They love watching their teams play. So it's really cool.
It's always good. I mean, whether it's a kids game or a high school game or college or whatever, what I've noticed as I've gotten older, and especially like watching my kids and then comparing that to MLB, it's just like, it all comes down to the people watching caring,
Mm-hmm.
and when they care and the people on the field care, it can be amazing. That's where the whole like baseball is boring. I get where people say that, but like when you're at a game when people care, it's super tense in a great way, so it seems like you're
definitely
getting that. So it's just super cool. But like, I've been thinking about you over the last couple of weeks, and then I'm following the Giants and you on Instagram and stuff like that. And and I've never been to Japan. I've never been to Tokyo, but the first thing that comes to my mind is kind of like this zenness of it all, But then I think of like the overworking of like the businessman in Japan and stuff like that. And I'm wondering like what's the coaching environment like? Like, are they like super chill and zen like? Are they like super on you all the time and like drill, and like, I don't know, it could go either way. Like, I don't know, like what's are all the coaches kind of like a different mentality than like an American coach in that way?
I guess I would say overall the coaches I feel like are kind of the same. I think overall baseball, to say that baseball is a game, so we want to have fun. I think all the coaches, we try to have fun when we're on the field. We try to have fun and and laugh and stuff. But I think that we do a lot of drills, and we do a lot of work. So I mean, we got coaches everywhere. We outfield coaches, infield coaches, hitting coach, bunting coach, base running coach. So there's coaches everywhere.
About every aspect of the game. I'm assuming like no stone left unturned kind of thing. It seems like.
Yeah. So I mean, they're very detailed. I guess, and just the getting prepared for the game. So just as far as practicing and stuff, going over just every aspect of the game, from blunt plays to cuts and relays. And, I think even just my first day of, infield, outfield, it's like they hit a ball in the corner. Like usually infield, outfield in the States, they just, hit a ground ball at you and you throw it to a base. And we're actually like, hey, we're working on balls in the gap, and they're, it's a couple throws, but working on, our cuts and relays, and just kind of little things like that, very detailed. We got, having played indie ball the past 3 years. Before I even got out here, they sent me a USB with, the video of all the pitchers in our division with the sheet. Yeah, we had a whole sheet with all their pitches, their velos, arm slots. Like, it's his arm slot is here, like it's 106 centimeters high, 8 centimeters off. Like, it's just it's very detailed. So it's pretty nice.
As a hitter, getting all that information can be overwhelmed, but also, you have the information. If you want to use it and study, then you can do it.
Yeah. So just the fact that we have it, you can use it if you want. They have a lot of detail going into the preparation for the game, so that way, we're prepared for everything. So that part is nice. But overall, they still, all our coaches are still, pretty light. We like to have fun.
That's all.
Because baseball is a game. So once we get out there and the game starts, we try to have a good time.
Okay, good. I'm glad to see that the Japanese business culture has not recreated the game too much. So my final, I'll get into my little final phase here. This is probably the thing I've been wondering the most is, Japanese pitchers and hitters have a very, obviously they're not all the same, but there's a very distinctive style to, especially the hitting, the way they stand in the box, the big leg kicks, all that kind of stuff. Like, it's very distinctive to that place. So like, how is that affecting, are the hitting coaches, when you go over there, do they try to change you into that? Do they try to not change you into that? Do they let you, like, is that influencing you at all? Like, you are seeing things in that are influencing your style at all? Or what is with that style, man? Like, where does all that come from? And like, I'm not crazy. I see that. It's just,
you're not crazy. It's definitely a distinct style. And, I think, as soon as I got here, I think for the first 2 weeks to do an interview, and they're like, how do you feel about Japanese style pitching? Like, are you getting used to it? And I'm like, yeah, like, I feel like at the end of the day, like, they have to throw the ball over the plate. So I try not to think too much about it. But there's definitely a style. It's no one's really, trying to change me. I don't think that, as far as our team goes, they bring in, foreigners, and I think they know what kind of players we are. So, they're there to help us, and they're pretty open and try to have open communication about, like, hey, what do you try to do? Just before we even kind of got going, like, hey, what's your BP? Like, what do you like to do in the cage? Like, what do you try to do to make you the best player? And they try to use that to, just be there for us. But I think part of it is literally just because as a little kid, like, you turn on TV, like, and that's what you see. Like, so it's
emulating
like,
what you see. Just like kids here emulate swinging straight up right now and striking out a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. So, if I'm 10 years old and I turn on TV and I see a guy having a leg kick and hanging over the plate, and like, it's just what they do. But they also, they they work. So it's
Yeah.
I mean, they we got younger guys who are getting extra work in. I mean, just mirror work. Like they have to take dry swings after the game.
Wow.
Like they make the young guys go and do that. It's a couple minutes, but it's like hey, you gotta leg kick, and you're gonna have to learn how to control your body. So I think that's something they do an amazing job at, and that's something I kind of just want to figure out, is because they have great body control, as far as hitters and pitchers, and their leg kicks, and to be able to hold and kind of explode out of their kind of like gathering positions. So I'm intrigued by it. I think I'm got to stick with what I do, but I am intrigued by it, and just kind of I like watching and trying to break it down and see like, hey, what do they do that makes them successful?
It's got to be interesting. Like everybody around you has, like 95% of people around you have this different style of swing. I mean, that could just by osmosis almost like just look at me like, oh my God, I got a giant leg kick that I didn't have before.
Yeah.
Have you learned anything about like the approach in the box, approach to pitchers, like the mindset stuff? Has anything been eye-opening that you've learned from other players and coaches there that's different, or does it feel all the same? Like, just mindset and approach.
Overall, I would say it kind of feels the same. I think pitchers here have attacked me the same way that they did back in the States. So it's I think the biggest thing here is they throw splitters or fork balls, they call it. So that's a secondary pitch that a lot of their pitchers throw, and some of them have a really good one. So I think in the States, I think it's more slider heavy, fastball slider, and I think here you start seeing more of that kind of split. So I think I'm feeling more comfortable with it now, but I think that was something that kind of is taking some getting used to. Just so that is a little different in the way they pitch, but overall, like I said, pitchers got to throw the ball over the plate, and if I think I get hit, I'm gonna swing hard and try to put the barrel on it. So
how's the velo over there? Like, does anybody get, like, you see, I assume overall the velo is a little down from where it would be here, just from our expect, but I don't know, like, is the velo a little easier to deal with over there? But then you've got, like you said, then there's something else you got to deal with. You got to deal with the different style and the fork balls and stuff like that.
Yeah, so velo's a little down overall, compared to the States. But it's I guess with that, you start getting more fork balls, and I think their pitchers, they have more pitches, I guess. So it's
like maybe a little less predictable, a little bit more like.
Yeah. So in the States, like sometimes it's like I go in there and I know I got a reliever. I'm like, okay, he's fastball slider. Like he has a changeup and never throws the righties.
Yeah.
Like, so like that's it. So you can kind of eliminate stuff. Yeah, you might throw really hard, but at least you can eliminate pitches. Where here, like velo might be a little down, but they also will throw a two seam and cutter. Like, I feel like every scouting report, it's like, hey, he's got fastball, two seam, cutter, slider, curveball, fork, changeup, and I'm like,
I
really?
can't remember that. Which now I'm gonna go see ball, hit ball.
Yeah, but we also they break it down and try to percentages and stuff, like, okay, against righties he likes to throw this and that. Velo's down, I would say a little bit, but you also have to deal with more pitches, I guess. So that's how they could make up for it. There's a young dude who's throwing 163, he's throwing 100 plus. He just threw a perfect game the other day.
Oh, wow.
With the Marines.
On your team? on another team?
No, yeah, on another team.
Oh,
And
no.
I faced him in spring training, and yeah,
Scat.
his velo's not down. He's throwing. He's a starter. I mean,
That's
and
great.
he's going out there throwing 100
Yeah.
with a nasty split.
Yeah.
You know, and a breaking ball, and
Yeah.
he just threw a perfect game the other day. So, I mean, you still get some guys like that where they got velo. So,
Yeah.
you know, there's good pitchers also. It's
Yeah.
I'm excited for the challenge, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be good.
Well, it's awesome. We're super proud of you here. And like, you know, I know going over there, you had to actually make the team and everything, man. So we've just been like, let's go. And you're like sitting here having 3 hits today. That's pretty sick. That's amazing that you're having those kind of accomplishments. And my most important question is, if you wear that battle shirt around the clubhouse, do people get what that is? Do they ask you what that is?
Yeah, actually, literally when teammate asked me today, you know, they're like, I had the slides on and I was walking around and like, battle, like they're trying to, because they're looking at the feet, they're like, battle. They're like, I put them together, they're like, oh, battle. And you know, they got it. They asked, they're like, you know, what is it? And just, you know,
I need a remake. When Kinsler was on the Angels with Otani maybe 3 years ago, we actually made a Japanese battle shirt. It said it was
really?
battle in Japanese. So if you want,
nice.
I don't know if that would be cooler or less cool, but like I might want to remake some of those for you and send them over. I think that would be make some orange and black ones or something like that. What do you think?
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
All right, deal. I'll do it. I'm not even going to pronounce. It starts with a T-A-W. I can't pronounce it. I'm not even going to try.
All right, yeah.
We'll let you see it. But I'll remake it.
All right.
Otherwise, man, stay in touch and we'll keep following and wish you all the best. And again, thanks for doing this and always supporting, man. We don't deserve it. You're just a cool dude and such a great guy to look up for our, younger players to look up to. So we appreciate all that, man.
Yeah, no, thank you guys. You guys are awesome. So,
all right,
glad we could do this.
We'll talk soon. We'll see you.
All right, sounds good. I'll see you.